Look, because right there says we're live. All right. I doubt it. Yeah, doubt it. That one's gonna be this one now. Yeah, you can get that.
All right, we're gonna get the link.
You want to use this one? All right, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know what's happening with the other link. Tutorial de fade. Yes, we're about to do a tutorial fade. What's up, Lo-Fi 2244? We love you, Brian JSS.
Send me the link.
Yep. Technical difficulties. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. I'm sorry about that. We had to start a whole new live. I had to grab my laptop. Somebody's gonna get fired after this, though, for sure. So what's going on, everybody? I hope we're about to do a live mid drop fade tutorial. Make sure y'all start getting y'all's questions ready. Can y'all hear me? Is the audio good? Transmitters on, Ivan? Mic check, mic check. What's up, Brian? Brian JSS. All right, thank you for confirming that the mic's good. Let's get into this tutorial. Hola, Dairon Perez. What's going on, Harry Salmon? What's going on, Dairon Perez? Te sigo hace mucho. Yeah, we're resharing the new link. Go to my Instagram.
Just sharing we're sharing the link real quick, guys, because the last one for some reason was corrupted. Let me mention you.
Yo, what up, Tim? What up, Tim? How you doing, brother? All right, let's get started, guys. From the Philippines, shout out to you, Fake Game 5806. Love from Pakistan, Lo-Fi 224. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Yo, what up, Rulan Othman? Did I say it right? Rulan Othman? And we're good, Tim. We're good, bro. Just another day in the lab, man, creating. How are you, bro? You been practicing? Tell me you got like 10 haircuts lined up today, Tim. Gracias a ustedes, he aprendido mucho y me he superado más. Gracias por enseñar cada día a las personas. Gracias a ti, Darren. Gracias por todo el apoyo. Traten de hacer los tutorials. I gotta go get my iPad. I'll go get it right now. Need another self-cut tutorial. OP_NA. Need another self-cut tutorial. Been cutting my own hair for over a year. It's been going good, but I always struggle with adjustments at the end. Man, 1 second. Let me see if I can. I'm going to, in the chat, I'm going to link our private community, our mentorship. Because for someone like you who's been doing a self-cut, yes, we can be continuously pumping out tutorials for you. But what I would suggest is get into this private community that we got. It's our online mentorship. The reason I say that is because you're going to be able to submit your self-cuts, and we can go in there and critique your haircut specifically and help you progress with that. We are here live from the lab, guys. Uh, Love from Macedonia. Man, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's go. Did it work? Yes, sir. It works, Senna. Glad to see you in here, Senna. Tell me you got like 63 haircuts lined up today, bro. We need it. I know y'all got these holiday cuts lined up. I need a cut. You got me next. GL underscore G Lockman. Pull up, bro. We'll get you. Braulio Guzman. Shout outs from the 956, man. Shout outs to you, bro.
If you could share it the first time on the, you could do that while I start. You want to reshare the?
Yeah, let me go grab my iPad, guys. I want to reshare this new link because obviously the other one we had some technical difficulties.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start the tutorial again. Y'all can be asking questions while I'm working on it.
All right, got my iPad. Hold on, I'm resharing this link, man. We need everybody in here. We need everybody to ask their questions. We're trying to help as many people as we can possible. And if at any point you need me to zoom into what my brother's doing or have any questions on what he's doing, let me know. I will then relay the questions. We'll get them answered for you. I hope y'all take something new from this tutorial. All right, what do we got, guys?
Yeah. So for the top, I'm really just gonna give them a mid fade, and I'm gonna trim the top, just a finger length. I'm really not creating no shape, none of that. It's literally a simple scissor cut all the way down to my fingers. I'll start from the front. And just go back a little bit at a time.
Jazziab. I hope I'm saying that correct. Hello, how are you? We are doing great, man. How are you, brother? Jose Ramirez, San Antonio, Texas. Hell yeah, San Antonio, Texas. Love from Nagaland, India. No mercy, 1817. And shout outs to India. Y'all always showing mad love and support. But yeah, my brother just go ahead. He's doing finger length on top right now. Lo-Fi 224 said we love faded culture,
We love no 5224.
right? We love you just as much, if not more.
I bet you we love you more.
Yeah, I bet you we do love you more. Rahu Titanium said, I just love your fade.
How I fade or my fade?
No, he said, I just love your fade. Well, we love your fade. Shout out to all the student barbers. Yeah, 100%. Shout out to all the student barbers. Kevin Marin? Fake Game 5806 said, before I was starting barbering 2 years ago, your videos helped me to improve a lot. Thank you, Faded Culture. And thank you for tuning into our videos. And I'm glad that they helped you a lot. That's what keeps us going. So shout outs to you for those encouraging words, honestly. The next live, we need a low fade, said I underscore Hattie or Haiti. A low fade for long hair. Cool. We'll keep definitely, yeah. We'll note that down. Lone Star said, what's the process of getting jumped into faded culture? Yeah, the process, we get 63 of us, and for 63 hours, you're basically just getting jumped nonstop. Right?
And you can't fight back.
Yeah, and you can't fight back. Especially if you know how to fight. Yeah, you can't. We got to tie your hands. Does that work, Lone Star? Don't start right us.
Then you have to be naked.
If you fight back, we're calling the cops and you can't get in. So you can't fight back. Fernando Gomez, is it actually possible to fade with just a half and a 1.5?
Half and a one and a half.
We need a little more context on that question. So, like, what is he getting on the very bottom, and what's the length on top? Melu W5R, y'all videos help a lot. And thank you, honestly. I can't say thank you enough whenever we hear these words. To some of y'all, I mean, I'm gonna be repeating it every single time. To some of y'all, it might sound like it's getting redundant, but it really does. It really does encourage us to keep going. Lo-fi 2244, of course, bro. How you doing, man? How's your day, Lo-fi? Isaiah Slima. Shout outs to Brazil, bro. Brazil, we got Brazil in the chat. Hell yeah. Tenemos a Brasil en el chat. No sé cómo hablar portugués, pero podemos hablar español. Mike Dog 5289. Good morning from Central California. That's crazy, man. Good morning to you, bro. Thank you for tuning in, Mike. Explain why you're blow drying right here.
So I can cut the fade work. I already cut the top with the shears. Really, I'm not gonna go like into a deep blow dry. I'm just literally drying out the sides and on the fade. So I can just cut the hair a lot better.
If it was me, I would have cut it wet just because my skills are just on point. IWI said, "You've got class, boys." Like, are you telling me I have a class to go to, or like we got class? Is that a compliment? I underscore Heidi said, "Nice tattoos, though."
Cut hair with no clippers.
You dropped them back there?
No, I don't have no clippers.
Oh. Um, hello from the Dominican Republic. Denny Pena. What's up, Denny? Shout out to the Dominican Republic. Y'all. See you later, brother. Careful, what happened to your hand? We're live right now. We're live on YouTube.
No, I just had like this little piece of finger, you know what I mean?
Ah, shit, yeah. Careful, bro. You have a good weekend. You guys have a playlist of a lot of songs. Let me go back to that. Where is it at? You guys have a playlist, like a lot of songs you use in the videos. A lot of the songs that you hear on our tutorials are from a website called Epidemic. Let me fix the camera, guys, so y'all can see the tutorial. All right, sorry guys, I had to fix the angle for y'all. So at any point y'all can see what my brother is doing. Would you recommend thinning shears for a mid fade for someone with a buzz cut? Would you recommend thinning shears for a mid fade for someone with a buzz cut or a blade 5 on top? OP underscore NA. Would you recommend thinning shears for a buzz? Well, it's kind of hard to say because I mean, thinning shears serve a purpose. So if there is a lot of weight or bulk that we need to remove, I definitely recommend thinning shears. But with some of them for a number 5, I don't think I've seen that happen, right?
What was the question?
Thinning shears, if they get in like a number 5 on top, I don't think you would have to. It really depends. You, again, I linked our community. I would highly suggest you look into it. You get 7 days for free. You can put a picture of what you're talking about in there, and my brother or I will go in there and help you specifically with that haircut that you're asking about. When y'all do videos, damn it. What do you mean, Lone Star? Ed Gasan said, ¿Qué onda, muchachos? Buen día, bendiciones, saludo y un abrazo fuerte desde Baja California Sur, México. Reply to Ed Gasan. He said, saludos.
Saludos, Edgar.
Harry Salman, your haircut video is very good. Thank you, Harry Salman.
What is something that y'all are like currently struggling with when it comes to barbering? It doesn't have to be actually about cutting hair. It could be like
Marketing, getting clientele,
yeah.
getting clients to come back. It's a good one. Let's dive into some deep stuff. We appreciate the comments, though. We appreciate all the. Ardina, to me, the error is only with a 1.5. We need some more context on that. Ardian Nuka. Answer this one, Ivan. How can I blend in the bulk to the fade? I've been struggling.
Yeah, a lot of people I think always that's a big struggle. It's basically connecting where the fade ends. Basically, we have two spots on our fade, right? We have where it starts, depending on where you want the fade to start. You see a little bit?
Yeah.
And then you have where it ends. For example, here I'm gonna do somewhat of a mid fade. It's gonna start right here, right about a little bit under the temple peak, slant it towards the back. I'm already visually establishing that mentally before I even set it in. Then I know where I'm gonna end it. It's gonna end somewhere around right here. So I'm using a 2 guard lever open. And what I'm doing is basically I'm sculpting that transition. A lot of people just want to depend so much on the flipper. But once I get to that part where I want that connection to happen, I'll lightly start flaring out to connect it. You gotta be light with it and sculpt that transition in. You can sometimes use your comb to help push the hair in there, but not too tight. Again, you gotta, depending on how long the hair is, also just make sure that you section it. If you don't want to, if the hair is really long on top, section it. Move what is gonna lay to the sides down, and then just lightly. Just it's almost like you got a free flow. Like right here, I'm on the head, and then from here, where the connection point is, you got a free flow and sculpt it out.
Hope that answered your question. LWK cuts. How can you blend in?
So with
bulk?
time, you're gonna be getting better at balancing your clipper on your hand and having a steady hand, so that you can sculpt out that transition. And then if it still looks a little jagged, you'll come in with your clipper over comb, poke out whatever still needs to be connected or finalize the connection. And then you can follow it up with your thinning shear just to soften up if it still looks broken.
It's a bit difficult when I work with the 1.5. I make another line, and it's difficult because I go to 0.5 and then only one after. If you're creating lines with your guards like that, it's because you are being a little too rough initially from the very beginning of the fade. And when you're creating any guideline, your mind should already be thinking the blend. It's going to have to blend. You're going to have to come back in and actually blend it. So when you come back in and you're struggling with that, it's because initially your angle of approach is probably too steep, or your pressure is a little too much into the head. Un saludo, bro. Un saludo, Edgar San. Saludos a México, bro. ¿De dónde eres? ¿De qué parte de México? Tenemos familia en Durango. Aesthetics 111. Your video so useful and so great, man. Thank you, bro. I'm glad you find them useful. I'm glad we serve a purpose here. Dianuka, I'm from Serbia. Serbia's in the chat. Fernando Gomez said, keep uploading on the uncut. Keep uploading on the uncut, Lex. They said, keep uploading on the uncut. We need to do. Oh, of today? We actually do have a few videos pending on the uncut, so stay tuned.
What are some suggestions on what we should drop on the uncut?
Yeah, what kind of vlogs y'all want to see on the uncut? What kind of BTS y'all want to see? Rube. She goes to sugar. That's crazy. It's the old me. Ruben Ziegler, hello from France. Shout outs to you, Ruben. DM Cuts, hey fam, I love you guys, man. I'm an aspiring barber from Seguin, Texas. Are y'all currently enrolling at the Academy in San Antonio? We're always enrolling at Feta Culture Academy. I'd highly suggest you go to fetacultureacademy.com. There's an enroll form. Our admin will contact you as soon as you submit that form. So what's your name, DM Cut 73? Because I'm gonna be checking that you enrolled, man. We need to be taking action. 2026 is around the corner. Don't sleep on it. Hair artist, hello from Algeria. Yeah, shout outs to Algeria. V2 code Daxel. How long for wall clippers to usually arrive? It's standard shipping, anywhere from like 3 to 5, 7 business days. I've never had a problem with ordering from wall.
Unless you're in the Epstein Island.
Unless you're in the Epstein Island, yeah. But regardless, why would you be in the Epstein Island? Get away from there.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he would. You haven't been there, right? No. Is that why you were walking funny?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, okay. Tim Cuts. Curious to see how you do 45 minutes, 1 hour haircut. Still having some timing issues. Man, we've been working on your time, Tim. You've brought it down drastically since we've been working with you, but I would like to know, what is your timing at now, Tim? This haircut specifically might take a little longer than what we normally take, because he's adjusting for the angles of the camera.
Yeah, usually when we film, it takes a little longer just because I don't want to speed through it. I kind of want to give y'all time to see what's happening. Because in real time, it's like, what's all that?
What?
No. Yeah, but it's normally 45 to an hour, depending. If they have the full beard, it's usually like an hour.
Yeah. I might,
It always varies. Because, like, for example, him, he don't get an edge up, so I don't got to spend time edging up his forehead. Or the top of the beard. I just kind of clean it up, like a natural look. I just taper off the front.
My boy's natural. Amir Lama. Hello, lots of love from India. Shout out to India. You're always showing love again. How long do you last? Senna Blends. How long do you last with your clippers? Like, when do you change? When are they too old for you? You want to give your input, and I'll give mine. Yeah.
I ride them until they break.
He literally does ride them. I've seen it.
But as far as the clipper blades, like when I was cutting every day, all day, I'll switch out the actual blades every 3 to 4 months. We eventually build that feel for the clippers, and you know how when they start not cutting at the, what's the word?
The level that you want them to?
Yeah, the level at the sharpness that you want them to be at.
For sure.
But it's a good rule of thumb. If you're cutting every day, all day, you're running through haircuts a lot, you're getting booked up, I would highly suggest changing them out. Even though they're still cutting, I'll change them out like at least every 4 months.
Yeah. I mean, man, yeah, just like you said, the clipper itself, unless it broke, I'm going to use it until it does. If anything, just change the blades like my brother mentioned. Ardian Nuka. Are you ready? I want you to succeed, Ardian Nuka. Just cash at me for that one, bro. Un saludo desde Venezuela. Muchachos son los mejores. Gracias, Brian. Muchas gracias por el apoyo. Muchas gracias por el saludo. Igualmente. Hazle un verse. That's what Edgar San
Ya
said.
no puedo, bro, porque ya le hice toda la línea
El Milfade.
de. Pero eso no era lo que me pidió, solo que no le voy a dar algo que no me pidió.
Yeah. Ooh, I like this one. Mustafa Suley Manoskan 7390 said, "Thanks to you, I can earn hundreds of dollars." That one,
Damn, I can't even earn hundreds cash.
I know. That one hit different though. Thank you, man. I'm glad we can help y'all start and succeed in this craft, and now you're monetizing it, paying your bills, and eating from it. Hello from Germany. What's up, Germany? Lo-fi 2244. Can I do a fade with only two clippers, number 1 and 2?
Yeah, well, depends how short the hair is on the sides and how short your client wants the sides to be, but also just make sure you have a clipper with the lever.
Clipper without a
And
lever. Do they even
the
still
less-
make those? Damn.
The less guards you have, just know that you have to be a lot more lighter with your hand, and you have to work on your technique on free floating and scoping in that fade to look nice.
Exactly. Bro, are you ever shit fade? Because I'm actually doing.
What was the question?
I don't know. I underscore Heidi. Can you rewrite that? Bro, are you ever shit fade? Like, do you ever take a shit on your fade? Is that what he's asking?
Yeah,
Because I'm actually doing.
that's on the OnlyFans.
Have you ever shit like, or have you ever shitted a fade?
On OnlyFans, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you need. Yeah, I'm a little confused on that one. Because yes, hair.artist. Hello from Algeria. Shout out to Algeria. Tim Cut said, "Waiting for my cap." Fuck, he blasted us. You haven't shipped it?
Drew, waiting for the cat.
They're waiting for the cap. Drew's busy right now. He's printing shirts right now. He's working. Beast Bay 5950 said, "Love from Nepal." Where is Nepal, man? I suck at geography. How do I become faster and a more efficient barber? My answer to that is,
System.
yeah, becoming faster is a byproduct of understanding a system fully. So lock in a system, make sure you stick to one and learn it, learn the ins and outs, and learn it with every single haircut. Because what tends to happen is you have a system of fading, and then you get one person with a certain kind of texture or haircut that you feel that the system is kind of failing you, and then you switch up the system, and then that in progress just slows down your whole progress. So stick to one system and let speed be the byproduct. Give a shout out to Suba G Barbershop. Shout outs to Suba G Barbershop, man. Where y'all from? Suba G Barbershop? Saludos desde Veracruz. Ha aprendido mucho con ustedes. Saludo a ti, Timo Duke. Holden White said, "Fire, fire, fire, fire." Here's Holden. Oh, he did? Harry Salmon, "I'm learning. Thank you, brothers of Faded Culture." Harry Salmon, thank you for tuning in, man. It means a lot. Fernando said, "Why is it when a clipper over comb after the fade seems lower than it should be, and the top looks very light?"
After what?
Why is it that when I clipper over comb, the fade seems lower than it should be, and the top looks very light? He's probably like taking in the comb too much or something. That's what I'm getting. Like the top looks light.
Yeah. I mean, again, some of these questions are kind of hard to judge based on what you're uh, asking. That's why on the online school community, you're able to upload pictures and
Show them the comb.
shows.
Yeah.
But like, just make sure, like for example,
Yep.
the comb. A lot of times, the shape of the head right here, it starts to round, right? You need to flare that comb out to sculpt it out and make sure that it's straight. If you're bringing it in and following the shape of the head and connecting it that way, you're going to reduce too much weight right here. So you want to build the weight by changing the angle of your comb and then pulling it towards you to preserve weight or preserve parallel.
Yep. There it is. That's why you're leaving those light spots on top. Um, Lone Star Rider said, when y'all drop a tutorial, can y'all use diagram lines specifically on how the high the fade you go when it comes to half guards? We actually have a lot of PDF diagrams in our school program, which I've linked up. Should be somewhere in the comments. You get 7 days for free. I would highly suggest you check them out, man. We have PDFs for almost every single haircut that we do. Lisandro Bringas is saying, ¿No se calienta la wall senior que usa, Sergio?
No, que tienes que, ¿cómo se dice? Build the habit de apagarla. Cada vez que quito la máquina del corte, la apago. Luego también trato de no tardarme mucho. Hago mi sistema y luego al último me take your time.
¿Tomo mi tiempo?
Me tomo mi tiempo en hacer, cortando los detalles del cake.
Fake Game said, and I want to avail your bandana barber cape, but I can't afford it. When I start barbering, I'm not changing my barber cape.
Oh, yeah. Man, take advantage of these free tutorials that we have on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Just like somebody said earlier. Yeah, just like somebody said earlier, because of this craft, they can now make hundreds of dollars. Let that be you.
Lock in, study tutorials, get some clientele, start charging, and start investing in what you're doing.
It's too easy. Too easy. Brian JSS, saludos desde Venezuela. Saludos a tu, Brian. Christian Murai, hello from India. All right, good question. Ive Lomil Chev 9460. Yes, sir. Said, what is your best tip on cutting boneless beards? A boneless beard.
Boneless beard?
Yeah, boneless beard.
What's a boneless beard?
Man. Yeah, I don't Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what do you mean by a boneless beard? Maybe.
All my clients have had bones.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of, because yeah, no. We're gonna figure that one out. That's crazy. Love from India. Love to you, man. Christian Murai. Hi, bros. The wall premium guards, or are they also for JRL?
Again?
The wall premium guards, do they fit on the JRLs?
Yeah, they do. JRL and Wall, they have similar cutting blade.
Arthur Karks. Greetings from Poland. Shout outs Faded Culture team. And shout outs to Poland. We need to go to Poland. What is Poland? What do they got? Just a bunch of Poles? Sounds cool. Moai, Hawaii, somebody said. Can you show how you use your clipper over comb? Can you show that real quick? Oscarine Ronaldinho said that. Yeah, once it gets to that process in the fade, you'll show it?
Yeah. So like it's just, the clipper over comb is always going to be just an extra tool that you use to help you establish that connection.
Correct.
So you don't have to use another guard. But I normally use like a 1 guard, a 1.5, and then maybe a 2, and after that I'll do clip over comb. Like right here, I'm gonna do the 1.5 guard, never open, I'm gonna try to finish connecting right here without having to even use the zip overflow. That's my goal. Just because these tools are there or these steps are there doesn't mean that I want to use them. They're just there in case I need to use them. So right here, I'm gonna try to like flare up and scope into that top length while still preserving the shape that I want. I don't want to scope going round. I want to kind of keep the shape somewhat little square. So I want these corners to be a little strong. So I'm gonna free float to finalize that connection. But again, if you feel like the hair is not really being cut, sometimes you're dealing with weird texture hair that just doesn't really feed into the clipper. And that's when I use clip roll comb. A lot of people have those big white tooth combs. I don't really feel like I need them. I'll use the regular comb. And then this is where I look for that connection and look for any little hairs that still need to be connected. And I'll flare out. It's not a lot with this haircut, but that's the idea.
M Lau 854W for you guys. I started barbering because of you. Love. Man, love to you. Shout outs to you. You definitely took action. That's the important part. You took action. You started. Cubo Joe L1G1 Cubole Camarada. Saludos all the way from SoCal. Saludos a ti, Joe. I love your video. Saludos from Washington State. That was Patricia Franco. Shout out to you, Patricia. Thank you so much. Ardianuka. Could you say, I would like you to succeed? Ardian Uka.
What?
I would like you to succeed. Ardian Uka. So look at the camera right now and say, I would like you to.
Ardian?
Ardian.
Ardian.
Ardian Uka.
I would like you to succeed, Ardian. Did I say that right?
Yeah. I would like you to succeed, Ardian Uka. What are your okay, what are your best tips for patchy boneless beards?
Again with the boneless?
Oh, that is again. Okay, patchy.
Patchy beards. Uh, I mean, I still go through with the same steps as if it wasn't patchy. Uh, I'm not really considering that too much. I guess I would suggest where the fade would be, depending on where those like patchy spots are, if that makes sense.
Correct. So like
I would need a little bit more context if you like sent us pictures and like if you show me a picture of a certain patchy beard, because I feel like every one would be different approach depending on how it looks, and then I'll be able to give my suggestion. But there's sometimes where I'll even suggest that they don't line up the top, so it just kind of looks natural. Sometimes I'll suggest a hard line. But again, it just depends. But if you send me a picture, I can kind of give you what my thought process is.
Pedro Santoyo. He actually just gave us $4.99. Shout out to you, Pedro Santoyo. Yeah, is that what it is? Santoyo? Yeah, but he is from San Antonio. Oh yeah? He said he said, let me know next time y'all record at La Cantera again. Yeah, so you gotta get in here. Shout him out. You gotta get in
What
here.
was it?
Pedro Santoyo?
Pedro Santoyo.
He just gave us $4.99.
Yeah. He owns a barbershop in Von Army.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Man,
he's
shout
cool
out to
people.
you,
He's
bro.
cool people.
I guess
What's the barbershop called, Pedro?
shout outs to Pedro. Shout outs to Pedro.
What's the barbershop called?
And shout outs to your
It's,
barbershop.
I think it's Barber Studio. I think.
Ask him.
Yeah, what's your barbershop name, bro?
He actually shoots content too.
Yeah, that's what he said. Let me know y'all film again next time at La Cantera. He just dropped $1.99. That boy dropping stacks on us. I'm about to take off my shirt, my pants. Damn. I don't even know how to act right now. All right, where was I?
Finally get taco money.
I know. Now I could take lunch. Let's end the live. Fucking made enough for the day. Shit. Where was I? Hey, bro, is it advisable for thin hair to get a perm? For thin hair to get a perm? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Honestly, never done perms. What do you suggest, Lex?
Thin hair. So would you suggest to do a perm on thin hair? Or no, you would tell them no. Right? And I would think maybe like a thicker rod, not such a like a tight coily. I would think to look like more volumized. It takes more real estate.
Are you, is he trying to do one or get one?
Oh, he just said, is it advisable for thin hair to get a perm? So Lex back here said, as long as it's healthy thin hair.
How do you determine if it's healthy?
Oh, okay, cool.
If it goes to the gym.
¿Cuál es la mejor cuchilla para la Babyliss trimmer skeleton? La mejor cuchilla.
La de donde comes with.
Sí. Con la que viene, bro.
La original.
Simón. Wall or style craft clippers? Wall. Mainly asked because the guards are a little different. Again, we've started with wall. We still use wall, as you can see my brother's using back here.
We actually do a lot of giveaways on wall.
Yep. Where do we do these giveaways though?
On school. So if you want to join our online mentorship or community, pay to put your academy.
100%.
Giveaways.
Yep. I mean, we've used Stylecraft in the past too. I mean, it's not a bad brand. It's not a bad clipper.
I just honestly haven't used it long enough to give it my real judgment.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long they last. I know wall tools, I'll have a senior and it'll last me like a few years.
Yeah.
All I got to do is be switching out the blades. As long as you're switching out the blades and
lubricating them,
I mean, you're good. Like, it'll last you a good while.
Yeah.
They'll definitely give you your money back. I can't speak on that for like Stylecraft because I never used them for that long. I know they're a fairly new clipper company. You know you can trust them. They've been around since before Jesus started walking.
Facts. I_Heidi said, how old are you? Take a fat guess on how old we each are. No, this is not a burst fade, Milo. This is a mid drop. Bro. Bro, you've been dodging my question. What is your best advice for cutting a boneless beard? Boy's getting mad now.
What's a boneless beard? Huh?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead. Oh man, I'm sorry. I feel like you're getting a little aggravated in the chat. But
I had one homie, I know he was fake, but he had a bone still.
What is a boneless beard? You need to send us a picture because I don't know what
does that mean?
Can we Google that? Yeah, explain that. Like go into crazy depth. I know you said weak or patchy, and he did answer that question. So for instance, in my beard, if I had a fat patch right here and I wanted a really thick lineup, he would still follow the original line of where it naturally would be.
Oh, is that what you mean? Like if there's no like visible jawline?
Oh, like if the guy is like an oversized guy with like just fat.
There's no like jawline. I would still shape it, especially if it has. I would still line it up like under. You gotta.
Where it would naturally go, like.
Well, visually, you know where someone's jawline normally is, so you gotta kind of step back and make that judgment based on what you don't want to scoot that line up too far in the cheek, and you don't want it all the way up, especially when they position their head straight. So I always put their head straight. That's how they're normally going to be, and then I'll sit in my guide to where visually where it would look good. And then a lot of times your client already can tell you. So your client will tell you if you ask them where do you normally line it up, and they'll give you a good idea of where they want it lined up.
Yeah, I hope that answered your question, man. I don't want you to show up and be mad at us. Fernando Gomez. Can you say, come get a cut with Nelson Gomez? Much love. I could. If you want to hit the Cash App real quick, and we'll say that, Fernando.
Some taco money.
Some taco money. Come on, man. So make it a win-win. Hi from Italy. The premium guards of Wall. Can they work on JRL? Yes, they can. Somebody asked that earlier. Can you do a fade without clip?
Without what?
Without guards, basically.
Mate, I don't do it that way. I've never tried to practice that way. But if you can, I think you just gotta be really good at practicing being like free floating and taking this cutting blade up here without pressing it in. So, and you gotta make sure that you anchor yourself well so that your client don't move when you accidentally get in the little box spot.
Razmid Gonzalez, how can I get sponsored by Faded Culture? Man, that's actually a very good question. We're about to pump out a vlog that goes into depth on how to get sponsored by us or any company in the industry.
Subscribe to Faded Culture and Faded
Uncut.
Culture Uncut.
That's where we're gonna drop it. We're gonna drop it on the Faded Culture Uncut channel, and that's gonna answer that question. Can you please also B Ab E2X? Can you please also tell how to do clear sectioning?
Clear sections?
Yeah,
Like with for shears?
I would say yeah, with long hair.
I mean, practice, bro. I mean,
And what are some
literally,
tips?
you just gotta like, I mean, what some tips would be really have that water bottle by your pocket because you gotta resaturate the hair, and then
Yep.
really good though get those reps in with like just performing the same line and making sure that it's perfect and as clean as possible.
Yep.
We have a bunch of practice videos on our online coaching that I explain what I have some practice videos on what you can do to practice and get better at section. How's it going, man?
How you doing? Yeah, I would highly suggest you tune into those videos. A few tips off the rip is make sure your saturation is there. Make sure your pressure is there. The angle of the comb is there.
You have the clips, your sectioning clips.
You have your sectioning clips ready on hand. I still, Big T1523 said, I still don't know how you only close the half guard and the one guard 3/4 to remove those lines. 90% of the barbers on YouTube need to close the half guard all the way to fade out. We like to be that 1% that can do stuff that the 99% can't do.
You just gotta be real light, man. As long the lighter you are with taking in your drives,
Yeah.
easier they'll be with taking them out. So that's like a tip. So for example, if I tell you I'm gonna start my mid fade at the tempo beat, can you see that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
You want to put it at 70? There you go. And down. Boom.
see that. So if I
Yeah,
know my
use it.
line is gonna be right here, I'm not gonna if I say I'm gonna start my line at my tempo at the tempo peak, I'm not gonna start at it with the tempo. I start under it, and by the time I get to that line, I flare out almost like I guess like a C scoop, but not so exaggerated because I don't want it that heavy. But by the time I get to where I want my line to be, you gotta like loosen up that pressure so that you create a soft dive. As I'm setting in my dive, it's almost like I'm already trying to fade. So as soon as I get to where my line or where I want my guide to be, I don't want to say line, that's where I'll flare out and I'll already start trying to fade. And that's kind of the mindset that I have when I'm sitting in my guideline, so I could have a softer fade. And I'll be able, and it'll help me use less guards and lever positions when doing fades. If that makes sense.
Explain the steps on the other side of the head or the back taper.
So we have a bunch of tutorials where we explain our fade,
Yeah.
but I'll go ahead and do it. So I did my first line with the trimmer. Can you see right here?
Yeah, you can see. You're good. That's a little bit better, yeah.
Then next, I'm gonna go ahead with the clipper lever open. Again, I'm gonna be real soft with it. And as I get to where that top of the half inch is, it's almost like I'm already starting to fade or connect that fade. I don't want to just go up and down and create a hard line. I want to be real soft with it, like I'm barely even holding on to the clipper, just enough to where I have a good grip on it, and I'm able to really sculpt in the fade.
My man just dropped another $4.99 as I put it back to 35 millimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just dropped another $4.99. Jeez. I mean, we got to listen to, money talks. He says he wants to see both of us. Yes. Perfect. Oh man, Pedro, you running this chat, bro. Whatever you want, bro. I'll do it. Let me know. You need me to do some jumping jacks back here? Your call, bro.
Burpees.
Some burpees. You me take my shoes off, whatever, bro. Um,
So next, I'm gonna use the one guard. Lever open. Come up about another half guard. But again, I know I still have my steps of using the 1.5 and 2 if needed, but I want to use this 1.5 to finish establishing that connection.
man, the
If
comments
I
are
don't need to
getting.
use that 1.5, I won't use it.
Don't start right. What requirements do you need to attend your school? You need a high school diploma. There's a few other things. I would highly suggest you head over to fadecultureacademy.com, submit the form, and there's a lot of FAQs on the website that you can see.
Yeah, or you can text the number. It's on our Instagram
Yeah.
or on the website. Text the number, and our admin will give you any information that you need. But if you submit that form, our admin will reach out anyway. In the next business day, we'll give you any details.
Please do your regular fade steps. You do, right? Oh, with the click lever.
Oh, I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it really is the same thing.
I personally, when I first started putting hair, that wasn't even a thing. So I'm so used to not needing the click. I feel like the click system restricts me. I like to just look at the fade and kind of feel where I need to be. But from that, I'm able to just, like now I just know where I need that lever to be at. So it's normally at the 3/4 position or all the way open. Then I'm using the 1.5 guard right here, lever open, finish that connection. And just being real soft because this is where the head starts to round. You see where the comb leaves the head? That's literally the angle or the direction that I'm going with the comb. So think like I'm following the comb. I'm not going to stay connected to the head like that because that'll take too much weight right here. So I'm right here, I'm on the head just like the comb is on the head. But as soon as the comb starts to leave the head, I'm going to do the same thing with the guard and leave the head. I'm free-floating right here, sculpting that transition.
Good stuff. Good stuff. My man Pedro Antoyo said, "How much for a golf collab video?"
A golf collab?
Yeah. I mean, you already dropped like 10 bands in the chat. I feel like I owe you now.
No, man. Are you good at golfing?
Because we're not.
We're not. We'll be tight, man. I'm down to fucking go golf.
Yeah, I'm down for sure. A very thin, patchy, or soft beard. Bone in. I'm just playing, brother. If you're still here, I'm just saying. It's a joke.
That's funny. Whatever. Right now, I have these two guidelines. Right, I'm gonna take up that top one with that half clip at 3/4. I just open the lever and then close the lever. And again, using the corner and being real light with it. Now, if you weren't hard, like down here we use the lever open half. If you weren't hard with this, then with this half guard at 3/4, you should be able to take it out easy. You shouldn't have to close it anymore or none of that. That's what you're seeing with other barbers. Maybe they're just depending too much on the clipper guards and just kind of laying it down too hard. With this, you'll see that I don't need to close that lever.
Hello from Cape Town, South Africa. Leona Brams. Heidi said, shit fade is a super high fade.
Oh, shit.
I just learned that one today. So shit fade tutorial coming soon.
I just almost sat down and you didn't even know that.
Give me a shit fade. I'll fuck his whole fade up. I'll give you a shit fade. Hello guys, saludos desde Chihuahua. I'm 47 and I just discovered the barber world and I love it. Oh, that's sick.
The barber world loves you.
I know. Shout outs to you, Miguel Mireles. Damn, my man Pedro just dropped some more. I don't even know what to do. I'm getting nervous, Pedro.
We went from going to Taco Hut to Chamagacha.
I know. We're gonna eat good today, bro. He said, fuck no, I'm not good. I just go to drink.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. Well, damn, I can't even out drink him too, though.
You what?
I can't out drink him. And we got to run it, Pedro. We'll bring Jason with us too. We'll bring both Jasons and Lex.
So what Pedro is that? Do I know?
I'm gonna go into his profile right now. Pedro, I seen you golf, bro. Let me see. What's your shop name, Pedro? We gotta shout you out, bro. Hello from the Ukraine. Hello, my bro. Mucho cuidado. I'm searching barbershop right now. There you go, Pedro. What's your barbershop name? We already got people looking where to work. So if you need barbers, the Barber Studio in Somerset, Texas. There you go, Tim. I hope you heard that, man. Hit up my man Pedro if you're looking for a job.
What is it? What's it called?
The Barber Studio.
Barber Studio in Somerset.
Yeah, shout outs to the Barber Studio. If you're in Somerset or the surrounding areas, make sure you stop by the Barber Studio. We're about to run up into an hour though, so
It cuts off automatically?
I was thinking.
Okay. Let us know in the comments, YouTube comments that we post, or even on this live, what haircut, or what haircut y'all want to see live, or if y'all want any other kind of content while we're live. It doesn't always have to be a haircut. Show y'all behind the scenes of anything else.
Anything else? Anything.
Content.
Learned a lot from you guys, bro. Reason why I started my career. Shout outs from Los Angeles. When you go back to LA, man, LA's a vibe. Video sometimes gets blurry. It's just because it's focusing. But right now it's on the model, so we're good to go. Pedro, I hope you see that. We got somebody in the chat looking for somewhere to work. What if I have Ginobili hair and I want a perm? Ginobili hair.
Probably have to play basketball.
You know who Manu Ginobili is? From the Spurs? You probably. She is?
Huh?
Yeah, she don't know. She said, I'm a girl, guys. Could have told us that sooner. Much love watching y'all from Africa, Zambia. That's crazy. What's a natural look for a 44-year-old? I'll say Bert.
It depends on your hair. You have to see your hair.
I'll say Chuck Liddell. Like, just go straight mohawk. A buzz cut with cheetah print? Yeah, for sure. Nah, yeah, that's very... for us to really answer that, I would head shape. I think that matters.
More like head shape.
Your personal style, that matters. All of those you should be considering. Your barber or your stylist should be considering when choosing your hair. Hello from the Ukraine. Hello from Cuba. Did the 1 million giveaway ever happen? Yeah, we gave away $1 million. What's up, bro? That's funny. Rico said your method sucks, and then somebody commented, "Shout out to you, Spirit Tillian." He said, "You suck, Rico." My man's fighting our battles out here. Shout outs to you, bro. I wish I could attend y'all school. Wishes come true. So you could. Saludos desde Bolivia. You suck, Rico. That's funny. Saludos desde Dominican Republic. Where are you from? Spirit Lian 4242. Where are you from, bro? I appreciate the support, man. Marco the Barber 99. Your guys' tutorial helped me out a lot on how to understand the fading fundamentals.
Nice, man. I'm glad we've been able to help.
Richard said, I'm still waiting for him to juggle 63 clippers that are on fire.
Oh, you missed it. It was the first 5 seconds.
Bro, you should have been here. Burned his foreskin off.
That's unburnable.
Twice.
Like a metal shield armor.
Much love from LA. All right, guys, we're about to our brother's finishing up the fade. Any last questions in regards to this haircut, the beard, or anything he's doing over there before we wrap it up? We have a few minutes. I've been watching you for over a year now. Watching your videos, I learned how to cut hair and do good fades. Thank you for that. And I wish you the best of luck. Takir Koshimov from Kyrgyzstan. Shout outs to you, man. Thank you so much. All right, last few questions. Is it normal to, at first, a couple times be scared to charge for another service? For example, the client came in for a haircut and then decides during the haircut to get the beard too.
Say it again.
His question was scared to charge for like an up service.
I mean, it just depends on your demand, man. If you have the demand and you're like overly booked, then you can upcharge because you simply just don't have time to be doing those extra services, in my opinion. But I mean, if you have the time, I would just do it.
Correct.
I would just do it. That's content for you.
Practice for you.
All of that stuff.
And then you just, if you have the time, do it, man. Go above and beyond every single damn time.
But then if you don't have the time, like if you're consistently getting booked out, then obviously you want to charge because you simply just don't have time. So either or. If you have time, do it. If you don't have time, charge for it. And make time.
How far up do you take do you take halfway open no guard?
It's about depending on the fade that I'm gonna do or like how long the hair is on top, but normally about 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch in space.
Tim said, thank you, but I'm scared to tell him I'm going to charge more. If you're scared, bro, I mean.
What's the service?
Yeah. Jesus. Is he like a very big guy? If he's a big guy, yeah. Just don't look at him in his eye when you say.
Just text him.
Yeah, text him. You could like turn around and be like, oh, that's an extra $5. And then say, who said that?
Depending on how he reacts, then you could be like, nah, I was talking to you.
Richard said, what length does he have on top?
I finger length on the shears. So it's about like a 6 or 7. Usually we do shears though, just to give it more of a textured look.
Art Francis said, wish me luck. I'm about to do my son's fade for the first time. Tag us, Francis. I want to see that.
If it don't work out, just make another son.
If it doesn't work out, don't tag us. Pedro just dropped more bands. Damn. Still remember when y'all collabed with Rob, the original 10 years ago? Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even remember that. That's wild, man. Hell yeah. Bro, if you're in Somerset, you need to pull up to the lab here soon, bro. We can just hit golf balls in here. I don't know where to, but we can hit them somewhere in here.
To the barber.
You need to pull up, bro. But yeah, all right. Should you wait to cut your newborn's hair?
Depends if he has money.
Yeah. Did he make the appointment or is he just walking?
Nah, just depends. I mean, you're obviously not gonna do a detailed cut if the baby don't even have his neck muscles hit.
Oh, it's all loose head.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like a lot of hair, you just kind of want to trim it a little bit. I would use some shears. The clipper might freak them out. Just trim it a little bit visually, just get them fresh for the weekend.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's pretty much a wrap. Last live we did a giveaway. We had 2-3 winners?
Yeah. That
we chose randomly. All they had to do was screenshot this next couple frames that we're about to do. You're gonna have to take a screenshot of this live, tag us, tag Faded Culture, and we'll choose a random person and DM you, and we'll send you something from our Faded Culture store. All right, so this is the screenshot.
Screenshot.
You ready? Take it. Harry, you have a few seconds. I'm getting tired. Take it. Take the screenshot.
Fake smiles.
It's there. All right. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. See y'all next week. Any last words, Ivan?
No.
Yeah. All right. Later, guys.